What's up, guys? I decided I'm gonna try to make another news video, even though the last one didn't really receive that much attention, but it's understandable. Most people would rather watch the bigger guys because they have better presentation than I do. Mine is not even gonna be present, like any good presentation, but I'm not really a video editor, so I really don't know what I'm doing a lot of the time when it comes to these things. So I'm going to be trying extra hard for when Xenogears comes. I'm going to be trying to make better videos for that, try to edit. But in the meantime, since the global side went first last time, I'm going to be talking about the JP side first. Not much on the JP side, it's just the typical raid. For those who don't know, this is just a rerun, but all things are reset, of course, so it's just the typical raid, not much special here. None of this stuff is really that good at this point. For people who are still on the global side, and this stuff looks good, it's really not that good at this point. It's not, like, you get better stuff as story events nowadays. Story events are very good for getting some good free equipment, so probably passing any of this stuff. And Choo-Choo comes back. Not really that great of a TMR, because you can get Garnet's TMR, which is on a 4-star base, and you can just farm it from the Chocobo expedition, so no reason to get this. Unless you're like starving for some resistances, but it's too low to even care. It's just too low. So this is the only interesting thing really that happened on the JB side right now. Is basically think of this like a bank vault, but think of this like a vault that you open. But there's only so much stuff inside, so you use your raid coins to get these things that are inside, and there's going to be a menu that you can pop up to see how much stuff is remaining. So all these things that you can get eventually, and the Reddit did the math, and you need about 200k, give or take, maybe, yeah, give or take, so you will eventually get everything in this. And then you can just go back to the regular raid summon, but you do get cactuars and things inside of this too, so it's not like you're only getting junk and maybe you can get a ticket or something while you're waiting to get all of them. You still get these things, so it's good. And then the typical rest of the raid, so not much else exciting for that. All 5 of them come back, but I recommend, unless you want the rest TMRs, or if you haven't had them before, I would wait for their singular banners. I think the step up is complete garbage. The step up is absolute garbage, man. Like, it's embarrassing. They're at such a point where they can't even give out regular tickets anymore. Like, this is a ticket, but you need to get this far. This is a 4-star EX ticket. Like, come on. It's garbage. Come on, it's embarrassing. If Alan and Gumi want to make money, they need to make better stuff. Like, this is embarrassingly bad. The step up is terrible. I highly recommend not pulling on this, because there's a chance you get. Remember, there's 5 rainbows in this pool. Yes, you only can get them, but like you have to. It's hard. It's very hard, but I don't know. You guys do what you want, but I don't need to pull. I have 4 of all of them already, so I already talked about all of these in my previous videos. So if you haven't watched that generic, please go watch them. Catchphrase. So you get the limited time tickets, and of course, like I mentioned, you only get them on banner. You only get these if you get a rainbow, so it's good. But you would only really want Maria, or maybe Ellie, at this point. Bart is too slow, and Locke pretty much has his same likeness, like you would as a breaker slash AoE Mirage user. So, I mean, yes, he has other things, but he doesn't have W skill, which sucks. Out of all of these, Satan is still good, but his enhancements are just terrible. Like, I don't know if they're it's like someone in Alum decided that everybody like I need a separate team to make enhancements for all of them, because that's what it looks like. Like Maria's is insanely good, Bart is okay, Faye is pretty good, Ellie's is good besides the wind chaining not being fixed, and then Satan, like they gave like the intern this one, like he didn't get anything that was useful, and I talked about this extensively already. I'm not gonna go over it anymore. I'm gonna stop rambling, guys. Sorry. That's about it. I mean, just try and stay away from this complete garbage. And then the last thing in the data mine, but I believe they probably will have it. They haven't announced it yet. This comes back, the 5k lapis for 5 UOCs, and you can do it twice, so you have 10 UOCs. Just keep in mind, yes, it's 10 UOCs for 10k lapis, but there's no rate ups in this banner. So you could get for both summons, you could get 1 yellow and 10 blues, or like a lightning or something. Like, you don't know. For me, I feel like this would be better if you guaranteed you at least a rainbow, or had a higher chance of getting a rainbow on top of the UOCs, because dropping 5k lapis is not a step up anymore. It's hard to justify. And I talked about this in the first time, and I got a lot of flack for it on Reddit, because people would rather have 5 UOCs than have 5k lapis, and I would rather have 5k lapis than have 5 UOCs. I've got 45 UOCs currently from just farming king logs, so I'm not really in dire need of UOCs. I would rather just use them on step-ups for CG step-ups in king log than have to use them here. I'm thinking about it though. Not much else is happening other than the 26th is when the next live stream will happen, and what we will know for the next king log. That's really it. Nothing much else is going on the JP side. So we're gonna transition. We're gonna transition over to the global side, where a lot of more things are happening. Although you might be disappointed to hear that this individual that causes a lot of grief is coming back. I think at this point, most people can handle this at this point now. We've come a long way since those dark days. So, just the regular raid. This is actually pretty insane. To craft this, 30% magic and spirit, and on top of dodge. This is like absolutely insane. I can't believe who even made this. Like, even for like, this is like TMR quality out here, guys. And I'm pretty sure this is just going to be the one where you have, like, from the raid, you get, like, that one specific thing almost at the very end, and you craft this. Like, you can't miss this, guy. You gotta get this. 100% get this. The rest of this is, well, none of these are really that useful. This is okay, but these are only for those units that are in the banner that we'll be talking about shortly, so most of the time these are never good. So just skip those. And the curse locket is coming back. It's pretty good. Don't know what this is. Hopefully this is not that spear that you get from the boss, because that'd be silly. And just the typical raid stuff and everything. So moving on. These are the 2 new units. Not really new. This is not new. She's new. But we're gonna talk about these 2. Aurora Fryevia is coming, but I honestly feel this is a very awkward time because there's so many other units that are coming in the next few months. Axstar is coming in April, pretty much guaranteed. So, unless you really like her, I don't see very many of her on my friends list. I'm sure that will change soon, but I don't see very many of her. And also, I just I've tried to use her kit as a friend, using her as a friend unit. I just don't really. She has way too many moves. It's too complicated for most players, I think. You'd have to like look up online to see what she changed with. So I had to like rub my eyes for a minute because I didn't really understand this unit. The unit design itself is insanely good, but like, what is this? This is weird. Why is this a rod and not a staff? Why does it have 150 spirit on a staff or a rod? It doesn't make any sense. So unless they fix this or are going to be fixing it into a staff, I don't see why you would ever want to pull this. There's like almost no reason to pull this because for most things, staff masteries and things, there's no reason to get this. It's silly. TMR is good. It's nearly as, I think it's very comparable to Uriasia's TMR, or STMR rather. As a TMR, it's comparable, somewhat comparable. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So far, I don't really know what this is gonna be. Is she gonna be a bard? Is she gonna be a healer? If she's a bard, instant pass. Guys, Siege Nicole is in the pool. You can UOC him. So if she turns out to be bad in any way, shape, or form, if she's like a bard or something, instant pass, guys. You can like the unit, that's fine. Like the sprite is insanely powerful, really good, really well done. But the unit itself, like, I don't know, guys. If she's a bard or anything like that, like a singer, instant pass. And I don't think I need to talk about Aurora Fryevia. She's already been in the game. People have her. People made reviews on her. You can watch those guys' reviews on her. Do I think that she's worth pulling for? It's more of a time issue than is it worth pulling for issue. Because like I mentioned, in a few months there'll be stronger units coming out, and she's gonna fall to the wayside, even though she has a lot of chaining families. I just don't feel like she's gonna be worth much. Plus, you have to basically get her STMR for her to be the optimal value of damage. Do you want to pull 4 of her? Because I sure don't. That's about it on this. I'm skipping, of course. Gonna be waiting for Xenogears, so I personally am gonna be skipping. And moving on. This is just the same banner as before a few months ago. Don't think either of these are worth pulling for anymore. Like, Malphazi is really good, but I feel like she's already lost a lot of her luster for the most part. There's a lot of stronger damage dealers. The thing that she has is she's consistent. Like, she has very consistent moveset. So if you want that, then go for her. But I personally would just skip this whole banner too. Cersei has a huge amount of problems at this point. There's way better units that do her job. She takes way too long to get started. I've used her extensively, so I kind of know what I'm talking about, I guess, a little bit. I feel like she just takes too long to get started, and enhancements will not fix that. Enhancements will only probably bring up her damage a little bit, but she's still going to be the slow unit, and I want my units to be attacking now on that turn, not wait 4 or 5 turns until she gets their damage out. It's just not good enough, so probably skip on this one too. And also this one, I'm pretty sure you can skip on. I love time barriers. I think they're awesome, but I have no faith in his kit. Or her kit, whichever. I don't like their kit, this time barriers kit, barrels kit. It always rubbed me the wrong. I just don't understand, like, for the most part, having a TDH magic tank, like for magic tanks, yes, you can look at Demon Rain and say, oh, he's TDH too, but he's a physical damage tank. You can build a bunch of HP on him and he'll be fine, but for a magic tank, you need to have, like, elemental resistances and things, and spirit, and he doesn't, like, you have to waste, like, slots just to get him to optimal degree. So no, and hell no on this. I was excited when she came out back then. I loved the design way back when she was drawn and everything and put in the FanFest. I was really excited to have her out, but hell no now. Her TMR holds her back way too much. It's one-handed katana. She's a TDH unit. She needs to have her katana equipped in order to get triple cast. It's just not, if she was not handled very well. When the STMR change happens where you can put a STMR to get the TMR bonus, she'll probably be a lot better, but at that point, why would you want to use her other than just for a sprite? Her enhancements are barely gonna fix her, so skip. This is pretty good. It's just the typical thing that they basically throw a carrot on a stick and they make you try. If you pull one of the units, then you're like, oh, now I want one of them. Now I gotta get the other. I gotta get another one. So that's just what they do here. This is not. I don't want to say that's not them being generous because it kind of is, but at the same time, it's mostly. I'd say 90% of this is the reason why they have this in here is because they want you to try it. They want to give you a little appetizer before you feel the need to go into another one. If you guys, here's my recommendation: if you get either of these in a pull, just stay away. Be like, okay, cool. Shrug your shoulders, cool. I got one of them, and I'm done. Don't fall for the trap. These are instant traps, unless you like either of these characters, I guess, or you already have two Fryevia, or Fryevias and you get one more, I guess. But I don't know. That's just what I think. This is gonna be complete ass. I would honestly just stay away from this because you have to buy a bundle, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like $60 or $70 or $50 or something high, ridiculous. And you can only get the units that are shown. And why would you want some of these units? Like Fryevia is already gonna be much weaker in the future. Kanshira, meh. Like Ramsa, he's TMR fodder. And Rem is good, but like spending over $50 just to get these units, no. Hell no. I mean, that's just my prediction, but I mean, going off Gumi's track record, I think I have a good shot at being right about the bundle being way too expensive. So stay the hell away from this. This is cool. The ticket comes back. Apparently, someone did the math and it's like a 43% chance of getting a rainbow, but for me it felt like 0% because I had several of those. I think I had like 2 or 3, I think, or something, and all of them were always gold, all gold. So don't get your hopes up with it. It has a cool concept of not having blues, but just go in with your shrugging your shoulders and just say, hey, whatever, I get what I get. Get some TMR percentages and cool, whatever. I don't. This is probably. You get login bonus for this, but I'm sure this is probably just gonna be the ones like the Cowboy Jake and stuff like that, not the 5-star. Hell no, they would not do this. That'd be way too generous. This is Gumi we're talking about, guys. Come on. So it's not worth it to get these, I'm pretty sure, because none of their TMRs are really that great. Like, I look over them all the time and I just like, why should I farm this when there's like something better to farm right now? But the tickets, yeah, I mean, go for those. Those are good. So about it on that. And then the last thing, which I had to bring it here. Like, this is like, I can't believe I saw this morning. Like, put my head in my face. Like, come on. Gumi is so like squeezing for every little tiny bit of things. If they give anything away in terms of compensation, it's like they're gonna go broke or something. Oh my god, we're going bankrupt because we gave out like 200 lappers or something as a compensation. Like, it's silly. So people all over Reddit and Facebook can't connect to the game. They can't play the game. They're crashing all the time, and it's not their fault. It's the game's fault. And Gumi's not really addressing it that much. So the only thing that's good is that they're extending the story event for people who weren't able to play. But like the compensation is laughably bad, and I shook my head because there were a lot of Gumi apologists in the maintenance or the Reddit thread, and I was just like, come on, give a little bit. And that's all I have to say about that, I guess. Not much else to really say. There's not much really going on other than a lot of global things. It's kind of exciting, but at the same time, most people were expecting Secret Manor, Xenogears, so it's just a pit stop until we get to those ones. I will say, if Secret Manor does come in the future before Xenogears, I don't think it's worth pulling for anymore. Randy had a short amount of time where he was insanely powerful, but eventually we'll be getting to a point where the damage formula will be changed. I mean, it's not a lot, it's a few months from now, but I mean, Randy's really only good with fixed dice, and fixed dice will be nerfed in the future. For all you guys that have all fixed dice damage dealers, it will be nerfed, believe me. Gumi will be in on that, nerfing things. They love doing that a lot of the time. So that's really it. I mean, Randy has a lot of good things in his kit, but he's tied to a very bad TMR, and he doesn't get triple cast. So I've used him extensively, so I kind of know what I'm talking about when I say that. A lot of things, I don't think it's worth going for him anymore. His time is kind of already it's starting to pass. Is what I'm trying to say. It's coming and it's coming and going. He should have been out already. So if he does come next month, if it's Secret Manor next month, I would caution you not to pull. I know a lot of people are waiting for Randy to come out and everything, and they're excited, but I can't recommend pulling him at this point. He should have come out a few months ago already. Actually, in the timeline, I mean, fuck timelines now, I guess, but he should have come out around the December time when the Kingdom Hearts came out. Is when his time to shine was supposed to be coming, and he did not come. So that's about it, guys. I will continue to laugh at this compensation because it's embarrassing, and Gumi should feel bad, but I don't think they have a soul, so that's about it. So thank you for watching, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed me rambling on for longer than I should have, for several long minutes. If you like the video, please leave a like, leave a comment. What do you guys think about the conversation? What do you guys think about any of the updates? And if you're new to the channel, for some reason, if you found this video, I will try to make more talking videos. I've made a few recently, so that's about it. Thanks, guys. See ya.